Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gamers of all ages, welcome to the channel. My name is Silent Gamer and today we're checking out the Ta-154A1, the premium vehicle in the German tech tree. So, stay tuned. So, the beautiful Ta-154A1. If you're going to buy this plane or if you have this plane, this thing is a beautiful monster. It has a two Focke-Wulf engines, and the guns are mounted on the fuselage, two 20mm and two 30mm. They can shred things to pieces. Even bombers, even PE-8s don't stand a chance against you. In this game we're facing the Russians. We're on the map Kuban. And the beautiful thing about the Ta-154 is its roll rate. This thing turns as good as the Focke-Wulfs. Well, not turn, but roll, to be exact. As it comes for the turn rate, it's not that perfect, but it's still a really good defensive flyer, and that's because the fuselage, like the wings, don't have fuel in them, which makes it turn really quickly. Other than that, this thing is a flying nuclear delete button. So, I'm taking altitude, I'm using manual engine control as always. I set my radiators to 100% because the engines on the Ta-154 overheat extremely fast. And once I get to 4 kilometers altitude, I engage the supercharger or the compressor or the turbocharger, whatever you want to call it. That gives the Ta-154 a really good altitude, like high altitude performance. Speaking of performance, this thing is an interceptor. And because it is an interceptor, it is extremely fast. This thing is a flying rocket, especially in a straight line. It can reach high speeds like 600 kph in a straight line at a certain altitude. So I spot a couple of targets, PE-8 and an I-185 on the right. An I-185, another one pops up on the left side with the Yak-9 escorting it. A Yak-9 being extremely high. I didn't climb for a long time, well, for a higher altitude, because I expected that the Russians will be at a lower altitudes, hence they are Russians. I tried to engage the PE-8 from a close distance, get his tail controls. He is destroyed, and this is what I mean by those 30mm and those 20mm. I have a lot of energy. I zoom away, look back for the enemy, pick a target to kill, and I see that my friend Yatsuch is having quite some trouble dogfighting with the Yak-3, with the Yak-3s and the I-185. Trying to pick my target really carefully. My other friend Laporto is in a 109, trying to dive, I think, and a Yak-9 behind me trying to engage. So I use my superior speed to get away from him, because this thing, like I said, it's a rocket. Those two Focke-Wulf engines make it extremely good. Now, what I don't like about this plane is the drop on the guns. The shots drop really quickly, so if you're not used to this plane, just enable vertical targeting and you will aim like normally. Trying to engage this Yak-9, I'm going at 600 kph, and that's the other thing that I hate by the Ta-154. It locks up really badly, and in extremely high speeds. So I try to lose some of that energy, loop back for the enemy, trying to make my decisions as good as I can. Ayak 90 is engaging Yatsuch. I'm trying to save him. I go down, make a split S. That Yak 90 is tunneled on my friend, trying to get really close so I can dismember him with my armament. Get a couple of shots. He is destroyed. Trying to zoom away, picking another target. Second kill for the match, I'm sorry. And the thing with the Ta-152, well, I'm sorry, the Ta-154, you cannot go into a furball and expect to survive. You just need to pick your target, make a valid choice, make a valid decision, and then engage. And also you have to keep in mind your speed. I think I'm trying to go for that Yak 3, yes I am. And each time I'm going into a dive, I reduce the throttle to 0%. That will help me better maneuver the plane and not exceed the speed limit. The Yak 3 is turning. Try to get a couple of shots. I do not hit. I use my speed and my energy to get away from him. Going to the vertical. The Yak 3 has energy, so he's trying to come up to me, but I have far better energy than he does. He stalls out for a bit. I turn for him. The Yak 3 is mine, hopefully. Get right behind him, get really close. My shots do not hit. And that's the roll rate that I was talking about earlier. Even with the Yak 3, I can keep up my roll. I'm looping back for the Yak 3. I think he's trying to come up to me to engage. Poor move by him. Never head on a Ta-154. Poor thing, got dismembered. Third kill of the game. Extending away, no harm done. A friendly BF-109 is trying to track that Yak 3. And we have a couple of Yak 3s down low. Once again, the extreme intercepting speed of the Ta-154 kicks in. I get to the target extremely fast. One of the Yak 3s got shot down. I'm left with one. I'm going to take him down. He is no match for me or for my sophisticated gunnery on the Ta-154. I just need one click and that's about it. I just need one shell to hit, especially from those 30mm, and that's about it. I got him on fire, trying to secure the kill. He's maneuvering, another critical on him. I lose all my 30mm ammo and he is dead. He is going down. The kill is secured. The only plane left is a Yak 3 in the air, and we got the match secured. We have all the advantage. We have more guys than they do. This match is over. This match is won. As always, like every match gets done, once you get closer to some ground targets, just try to take some before the match is over. Some points are added, more Silver Lions, more research points is always good. So the Ta-154. What are its pros? What are its cons? Well, this thing has a really good roll rate, and that is because the wings don't have a fuel in them. The fuel is stored on the main fuselage, not the wings, which makes it a really good to have a really good roll rate, thus making it a really good defensive flyer. As far as the turn rate, it doesn't have that awesome turn rate, 23 seconds turn time, and for the climb rate, it is decent. Plus, you get an air spawn, which makes everything so good. If you're going to use the manual engine control on this plane, just be careful not to mess around with the prop settings, because it is similar as the BF-109s or the Falcons. You must know what you are doing. I don't know how to properly get the manual engine control to work on the German planes, so I just fiddle around with the radiator, and once I'm in a higher altitude, especially for this plane, 4 kilometers altitude, I use the compressor, which makes it a really good plane at high altitudes. Other than that, this plane has those guns that we've talked about. They are just click shoot. If you have trouble with the leading or with the getting your guns to hit, just use vertical targeting. Everything will be better. As for the cons of this plane, well, it locks up at really high speeds. It doesn't like really high speeds. This thing is best used around 500 kph to 600 kph max. Other than that, I really love this plane. It's a really good premium if you're trying to buy it or grind silver lions with it or research points with it. It's amazing. Nothing can beat the Ta-154, especially in a head-on. So, I hope that you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, share if you want to, and see you guys on the next one.